Oh man, I forgot about music. I was playing it earlier and I forgot because we were talking here. Hold on.
Oh man.
Hey, we're live now officially. There's the vibe. It's in the room. Feeling it. Maybe Mad Hatter will rap.
Battle any people. I'm having mic
Okay, that
issues,
was fun.
guys.
Jesus. You know what? I have an extra one of these mics that I use.
It's a good rap beat music.
It was.
It's a good
Just
beat.
wasn't a good
for
rapper.
rap. Yeah.
Sorry, I choked. I'm having mic issues. I don't know if anybody could hear me. Jonathan,
We
and
can hear
Ace
you,
Cam
but
have
it's just
mic
not.
issues, but I can obviously hear myself.
We
can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
So try going into the settings and under the audio, clicking advanced options and hit that auto gain control and see if that changes anything. But good morning, everybody. We got 47 people right off the bat. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
For within a minute. Yeah, it's going to
good.
go up. I mean, more Mad Hatter talks with the bad audio. I don't know what to say. The
Guys,
rap wasn't a good start.
I have great news. I have spent, because of Peter, who guilted me, I have spent $150 and bought a new mic. Okay.
Jesus.
This is not the mic. This mic sucks. My mic crapped out on me. But I'm going to get a new mic, and all will be well with the world. All right. That's $150 I could have used to buy. I told him, I was like, that's $150 I could have used to buy anything.
Yeah, a Mondo
especially
figure.
Mondo product.
Yeah.
That goes away now.
So
Okay.
he'd rather not sell products if it means you're going to have better audio.
He was so mortified by my mic game that
I need to ask you something though about this microphone. $150 is crazy. This thing was like maybe $55 or something. Is your new microphone?
I think for 150, he's gonna have a
But is that
good
for
mic
all videos?
for 150.
Yeah, well, because I also this year I wanted to up my parody song game. You know what I mean, and like and be a little crisper.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what it would feel like to have like a real good mic.
With this style, you could even use it in your video.
Yeah, no, mine is more like kind of like old-timey radio. Old-timey radio, you know, it's like one of those it's one of those type of mics.
Yeah, sounds real cool, bro. God, talk more about it.
Mine too. You can use the mic, the classic commentator's mic. It's a condenser mic. This is a condenser mic. So you got to speak to it.
Yeah.
You got to speak it at an angle, not directly in front, but at an
otherwise
angle.
you get the pop of the piece and the puss of the piece. So the only thing I'm gonna say is that the chat can let us know if Mad Hatter is too quiet and if we need to like fix that. Because like I can hear him when I bump my volume up, but then Ace will talk and it's super. This is great. This should be all behind the scenes. But we're doing it in front of the people. Isn't this entertaining, folks? This is what sets us apart from the other channels. The other channels come in, they have like a pre-recorded video to let you know that today on Geek Dad Life, we're talking about this, and this. And then he jumps in and brings his guests and he has like a whole routine. And I really targeted one person. I mean, I guess you could go with laser pants down, have audio tracks and slideshows and stuff, but we're different, okay? We, for some reason, as much as my production value is high in a video, when it comes to live, I'm like, oh God, I don't care. And I lean into Mad Hatter a little bit more for the not having production.
That's the beauty of live. Like,
yeah, I think so.
You have to just roll with it. It's not John. You're too into. You know what it is? It's like you're too into like things being. You try to control your universe. And I understand that the universe controls you, and I let the universe just do what it does. You know what I mean? Like I'm like water, dude.
Well, I wouldn't say that I try to control the universe. I read the book The Secret, which you're in Hollywood, you should know about. So I like to put that into the universe and say, universe, I manifest things.
Ace, how do you deal with the? I'm a believer, and the universe has to kind of like guide you into like you have to kind of listen to like you should have your goals, but you should
Yeah.
also listen to when the universe is like pulling you a certain way. How do you feel about that?
It's called going with your instincts. It's
Right,
called
right.
the gut, right? The sixth sense and stuff like that. So yeah, you just go on your way. You do things as per normal, but you got to be mindful of your
Ooh,
surroundings. You got to be be ready to receive the signals that is being given to you. Maybe you shouldn't be on, you know, that particular program. You shouldn't be buying that particular can of beans. You shouldn't be going to that opera. So you got to get the signals and make the decision.
right. Yes, you have to be attuned. It's like in Top Gun. He's like a great pilot has to be attuned to where you got to think on your feet, and then you got to be able to pivot. Okay, John tries to like map out what's gonna happen. Like he's one of these guys who's like everything has to happen just so, and when it doesn't, it's like it just completely throws him off. You know what I mean? John, you gotta.
You know what? Because our different zodiac signs sort of give us some direction of how we
Oh,
perform in life. So, for example, I'm a Leo, so I'm very outspoken. I'm kind of bold, very, mindful of my appearance. Sometimes
Okay.
cocky and arrogant. So that's a Leo,
Well,
yeah.
right?
some of
That's a
that makes me think that
And
New's a
and
Leo, but you
and
said
and
he's conscious of his appearance.
is
No,
he a Leo?
can't be. Cocky and arrogant. Maybe there's some
No.
overlap
There you go.
or some waxing moon stuff or
No, but
something.
then John
You got to have a width
John
of
said that I'm not
arrogance.
conscious of
You
my
know.
appearance, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that was sorry, Ace. I know
Uh-huh.
John very well. There was a dig hidden within the whole Leo thing, and that is the appearance thing. John,
Yeah.
what are you, Jonathan? What's your zodiac sign?
It's going to make complete sense.
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. And the reason why I say it makes sense is because it's like the twins or whatever. There's two. So there's like two sides of me. So I'm like the nice guy and all that stuff, but then I'm like a total a-hole, which seems to like overflow onto Mad Hatter. So
When is the nice guy going to come out?
that's when we're not talking together.
Oh, got it. Okay, I've not seen.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde,
Very similar.
like
Yes.
Jekyll and Hyde.
But I gotta blame Nier, man. He pulls this. He pulls it out of me. So I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's true. I bring something out in him that makes him a little more snarky.
Yeah, my mother would say is a bad influence.
That Hatter is a bad influence.
Yes, my 80-year-old British mother.
Yeah.
Good God.
You are a bad influence.
131 people. See, it bumped up pretty quick. I gotta say thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for joining us, because we do have a lot of things to talk about. If we have time, we will talk to Ace about the MUSK and things that he's into.
Do we have time?
We might be.
Oh, we have time. We have time.
Ace just got word that we do have time.
Out of time.
Yeah. From the producer. Yeah.
Oh, I'm hearing
the producer. Yeah.
He's upstairs.
I think he's downstairs. Actually,
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I apologize. We'll try to keep up with the chat. I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions. Sorry we didn't kind of run through. But it's a new dynamic today, okay? You got to see our technical issues. You got to see some banter. Oh, thumbs up. We're just having a good time. I don't know if you guys are, but we are.
Is it because I'm here? Is it because I'm here that you have the technical issues?
Yeah, Ace, you might be throwing
me bringing
us off.
the bad vibes.
But it's not like it was like that great to begin with.
So I'm so sorry.
Really,
I will say, what is the cap over your shoulder on your chair? What is that? Yeah.
This? Oh, I got this from
Okay.
Disney Park. It's
because my guess is that it's an avatar creature, but it doesn't have the same colors. But it does look like you forgot to arrive here on January 6th.
This is a Disney character. Come on.
Just saying.
Chat, help me out here. In the Disney, the Zootopia, right? Zoo something.
That's
the
a
zoo
movie.
Right? Zootopia. This is the right. The
I like the
animal,
idea that you murdered an animal and you're wearing his fur.
Oh no, it's Disney, not me.
Okay.
I just picked up the carcass.
Get your fresh carcass.
Carcass. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. These nuts zodiac sign is Catcha.
Oh, I like that. These nuts.
I do like that. Ace the Shaman. That's right. Oh
Ace,
God.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Catcha? You like Catcha? Is Catcha gonna? I feel like here's what I feel about Catcha, Ace. I feel like when Catcha gets into people's hands, that's gonna sort of revolutionize the toy game. I feel like that's gonna take over. That's gonna become the new Baby Yoda. Right now, it's very theoretical. You know, it's like I don't have it in hand, but I think that's going to become. You're going to see Catcha blankets, Catcha pillows, Catcha everything.
This is Baby Yoda all over again. It's the Grogu of your universe.
That's what I think. I think like that's my prediction at least.
But you do have the Catcha.
No.
You said you don't have the Catcha, but you do have the Catcha, right?
In other people's hands.
They see
Catcha, they will fall in.
Right.
Because I took a look at all of my Catchas that I have to go over, and I think that people will start falling in love. I think that we're gonna have to prepare for like getting offers from Disney and other people saying, "Hey, what can we do with Catcha? Like, how do we get Catcha to the next level?" You know what I mean? I
like a guy who's thinking big.
Yeah.
Who has the optimism.
Doesn't sound like you're letting the universe guide you.
Oh boy.
Sounds like you're manifesting.
See, Jonathan is the pessimist. I can see it now, right? You got an optimist and you got the pessimist.
Only when it's our dynamic.
Can I just reach out and touch Jonathan? So I can.
It's only our dynamic. Yeah, I feel a little bit of energy. Yeah, when I'm on my own, I'm
like Ray and what's that? Like Ray and who's the face? The
Kylo Ren.
Oh, yeah, Kylo Ren. There we go. Yes. You can actually go in and yeah. God, that's. I mean, who has the little lasers on the sides of your lightsaber? What's that for?
Yeah, I know. He wasn't good at building his own, I guess. It's like it's putting off too much energy, and it's
I
like
hate
exhaust.
His lightsaber. Like his lightsaber with the it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the chat.
But a lightsaber does make sense.
All right. There we go.
I believe in lightsabers, but not when they have exhaust ports. All right. Yeah, go through the chat. Let's talk to these people.
Stop defending Kylo Ren's stupid lightsaber. We got Super Mario Brothers here. We got Arturo Castillo. And guys, there might be a delay between me and the other guys. So if it looks like, like I'm not reacting, it's just, or they're not reacting to me. I'm sorry. We're having technical difficulties. Will show start on time? I think it did. Too much new toys. Leo, what's up, everybody? You got Jeff White, Best Friday Morning Duo. Thank you, buddy. Joey Chalom, go Morning Hatter Nation, special guest Ace, and Yonatan too. There you go. These Nuts is here. Jay Castanoir, hey, good morning, guys from Focus RC. Dynamo Dave 2002. Hatter the White. Yes, guys, I died this week. Isn't that crazy? Like, I actually died. Like that. How many people can say they died? You know what I mean? So it's a crazy week. Same Time Toys, Ravenous Lobo production. Oh, God,
Ravenous.
Woken up. Too Bad bassist, Tiny Howlett, Road Pig John, Reed is here to give me crap about. Reed always gives me crap when I say that I'm going to have 790 figures on my top 20. By the way, of the year, he's I mean, he's not wrong, but he you know, you don't have to give me so much crap. Reed, Rabbit McGavin, Renato Guevara. Oh God, Flaker's here. I have an obsessive fan called Flaker that just shows up to everything and just gives me crap all the time. All right, so we're gonna have to ban Flaker soon. You got Playing with Plastic. You got Jeff White telling me about Hatter the White. Hatter the White, by the way, is not. You know what? I had a joke, but I'm just gonna move into another thing.
Now you're gonna start.
Writer, we do have Dad Angel. We do have Mikkel Stapler. We do have Controversial Toy with the $5 saying we need phone booths, people. That's going to depend on the MUSK selling. This is the universe basically saying, hey, you know, do we get these things or do we not get these things? I think we will get them. Thank you, buddy. Pickle D with the $5.99 euro super chat, which is like $30, I think. We need to hear your voice, Hatter. I hope you're hearing my voice because otherwise I've been talking for nothing. And then so much more. I can't go through everything. I think there was another super chat if I missed it. John, was there? Wasn't there another somewhere? All right, here we go. Controversial Toys. Should they should do a Hello Kitty catches? Yeah, I'll do Hello Kitty. Call me up. Go, guys.
Wow.
You guys missed the member chats, the membership gifts that I gave.
Did you give any?
Did you?
You have to give them for us to miss them.
Well, it's on it. Well, check the start of the show.
So you did it before the show started? Oh, then we don't see it.
Oh yeah, I'm an early rise. I'm an early bird. See, it's all about early bird. You gotta be early to know what's going on.
It sounds like you were so early that it didn't show up.
Yeah. You were so early, it just didn't show up on our database.
I don't know if I can scroll this overlay, but it's hold on. Yeah, I don't think we can scroll that.
You got to sort it out.
Can't see it. Yeah, but Ace is gifting memberships, I guess, behind the scenes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, in front of the scenes.
Well, yeah, but I'm wondering who got he gifted them before it started. What the hell? How come that doesn't show up?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ace.
Yeah. Ace, there we go. I got witnesses.
I don't see anything.
Which channel did you do it on? Oh,
both.
Damn.
I gotta be partial, right? I can't be like biased towards one. I cannot show prejudice.
No,
Ace
I cannot show nepotism.
A bunch of memberships before the thing started. We can't see them. I think 78 points of articulation is lying. Yeah. But Ace, well, thank you, Ace.
How dare you? How dare you? I mean, of all the people, 78 points is the guy that does not lie.
78 points of articulation. I see this one right here, Ace. So along with Ace, Toka also gifted memberships to lovely people. Nice. So thank you, Ace. Thank you, Toka. Thank you for becoming a member.
No worries.
Of Attack Peter got a membership. That guy's rich. He works for Mondo. Oh. That dude is wealthy.
Well, he lives in Miami.
Yeah, he lives in dude. Everybody that lives in Miami. Why do you think I don't live in Miami anymore? Because I wasn't rich. They kicked me out.
Yeah, it's cheaper to live in
Miami. He's rich, and he got a membership.
When you say Miami, the first thing that got popped in my head is that drone shot across the water body. And the beats in the
Are you talking about Bad Boys?
You know?
No, Miami Vice. Oh yes, the Miami Vice intro. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Oh God, that's great.
I grew up there, Ace. That's why I'm so feisty because I grew up.
Oh, did you?
Okay.
That's why he sounds like that.
Were you like bad body all the time? Were you like skating on? bare body and skating
No,
on
I grew
the
up in
beach?
Miami being poor.
Were you? No. Ah, damn.
Anyway,
Someone get
Ace.
this guy some roller skates so he can cruise the boardwalk.
Yeah, I don't even know how to skate. I don't like that's like Miami's like I hate that Will Smith that's Will Smith song and he's like $100,000 cars, everybody's got them. No. Okay? That's not Miami.
No.
That's not my Miami
No.
experience. That's not many people's Miami experience. Many people's Miami experience is eating Taco Bell in a strip mall and having no money. Okay,
Ooh.
that was my Miami experience. Not
Wow.
South Beach. I've been to South Beach like 3 times in my life. It sucks. If you
Welcome
go
to
South
Keeping It Real with Mad Hatter and his friends. Let's get back to the show, shall we?
Do you see
son
how
of a
John
bitch.
see?
You're
Okay,
bringing
Ace,
people down with your
hold
poor.
on, Ace. Perfect. That's a perfect example of how John has to control things, has to control the universe. I was on a natural, organic rant about Miami, and then John's, all right, we got to keep it here. So I'm just letting you know.
You're exactly right. And ramen gifted names were Charlie Squared, Fantastic Plastic, Joe Carmelo, Kate L, Aram
Thank you.
512, Thomas Goes Nostalgic, Ramiro Ramirez, Erwin Papa, and Matt Malley. So there we go. Thank you so much from Mother Slug for typing all that out just to get into the stream here.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you, Ace, for the wonderful gift memberships.
Yes, it was very kind of you.
Thank me on the show.
Yep. Now you can leave now.
All right. Adios, muchachos.
So yes, obviously today we will be going over a few things with Ace, but we do have to talk about these stunning new Turtle Boys. Okay. Wow. Now,
nice.
I know a lot of people in the chat because I've seen the comments on my own posts and videos. I've seen it on Mad Hatters. I've seen it on social media. And people are like, oh, be cool if they were 112. I cannot stress to you how much these will become something you own if you just get one of them. You'll be like, oh, I don't care that they're 118th because they're their own thing. It's its own line. And obviously they're going hard into this thing. Guarantee you they will make vehicles. But once you get one of these guys in your hands, you're going to be like, okay, these are so fantastic with paint and articulation and sculpt and everything that they really can be their own thing. That being said, I do want to kind of go through, look at these things. I will put on the screen, and just be patient in the chat. I think in the videos, I have links for me and links for Mad Hatter. So if you want to support either one of us, you can go to the links in the description of the video. You can also scan these QR codes. So this one's mine. And give me a few minutes. I'll put Mad Hatter's up. So if you want to support him, because let's face it, you don't like me as much. That's okay.
And he's poor.
He needs it. He's poor.
He's self-professed poor, right? So, and my code, where's my code?
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Ace, what are your thoughts? I want to take advantage of Ace being here and talking about things that are not his toys, because I don't really hear your perspective on things.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about just Joy Toy in general and these TMNT like 1/18 scale? And would you ever go with your company into like this kind of scale, or like what do you think?
Well, first of all, I got a few Joy Toy myself, right? This is a Joy Toy figure. If you can see it, I don't know.
Yeah, looks like a G.I. Joe type.
Can anybody see
character?
it? Yeah. So I think this is pretty good because it takes the 3 3/4 to another level of detail and paint apps, which I believe is started like in the East, right? So you have your G.I. Joes and your O-rings that is made in the West, and they are pretty much like injected in color, few paint apps. Level of sculpt is like normal, right? But on like Acid Rain, when it started with Acid Rain and all these things, you get to see that the sculpts that is applied on the 3 3/4 has really immensely detailed and magnified. So this trend is good. And then you have things like Higher Toys also doing the 3 3/4.
Right.
So back to Joy Toy, I think they are quite established as a very prudent maker of these kind of figures, and they're always improving their craft, right? They have all these part diorama pieces, stands, and stuff like that. Before, you don't have that. So before, you have just the figures, some weapons. Now you're seeing more stuff. You're seeing, added weathering paints and stuff like that. So I think it's really good. It shows that the company is always improving, and that's what we want with the collecting. Yep, that's my thoughts.
No, that's good. I forgot about Acid Rain. Acid Rain is another one, right? That's like in
Yeah.
this
There you go.
this scale.
Yeah.
The thing I love about these is the scalability with things like vehicles is like for instance, or not even vehicles. Like I have the John Hammond collection T-Rex. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but it's like one of the best like T-Rexes like that I've seen in the modern day. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, that would go so well with like this line, because that would be like scale wise, it would look like a giant T-Rex versus if you put like a 1/12 scale figure next to it, it just looks like smaller. So like, and that goes with vehicles, that goes with like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that you can like pair this with, and I think the scalability is really nice. And I really was not, at least on a theoretical level, I was like, this is going to be too small. And then when I got them in hand, I think John said something like when you get them in hand, like there's something about it. When you get it in hand, you're just like, oh my God, like I need to get more of these. And again, I'll always be like a 1/12 scale person, but like these really caught me off guard, just how good they are.
Never go full 1/12.
That's what my wife says. Hey yo, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
It's I think it's
Jones, man.
It means keep your options open.
I like that. It's
I love what they did with K. And the thing is though, these guys are also like doing really creative, like this like roller derby, like Casey Jones like look that John's about to show is like, I mean, it's fucking wild. Like they are very creatively done. They weren't just like, oh, we're just gonna translate this to the 1/18 scale. I mean, look at that, man. Like, and again, I don't know that that's been done before. Like, somebody let me know in the chat. Like, have they done that look with Casey Jones and they're just copying it? But regardless, they executed it really well.
There you go, roller skates.
The things he never had. It's why he loves this character so much.
See?
Yes, I've never had these things.
Yeah, I think that when you look at all these figures, you can definitely see and know that there's real passionate people behind these at the company.
Right.
It's obvious, right? You don't speak with your mouth, you speak with your actions and your product. So by looking at this, for sure, you have people who know their stuff, know the genre, they know what they want, they know what the fans want, and they're giving us great products.
Yeah.
So kudos, man.
I have to co-sign what B&B Toys is saying. It's like, it seems like it's high. Obviously, $40, $35 is high, but like these, like when you hold them, they are very much high-end figures. It's somebody had said this a few weeks ago, and I love this term. There's things that are toy grade, and there's things that are collector grade. I consider like something like Motu Origins, let's say, that to me is like toy grade.
Yeah.
The Jack's Pacific Simpsons, that's like a toy grade figure. These are 1/18 scale, but they are collector grade figures. Like you will look at them, you will stare at them, you will admire the paint, you will admire the articulation, you will be like, this is awesome. So yes, they are not cheap. I'm not going to say that they're cheap, but like I'm just saying from somebody who has gotten sucked into this Ninja Turtle Joy Toy world, they're pretty fucking awesome.
Yes.
And just to add to what the Hatter is saying, in my opinion, right, with the advent of the internet and forums and chats and stuff like that, we start to talk about what we think the price of something should be. And we start to say, oh, this is overpriced, that's priced correctly. Ever since when did we start doing such things when we were buying stuff back in the day? It's either we can afford it or we can't afford it. So when I was young, when I was a little boy at the toy store, I tried to get something. My mom said, "No, put it back. This is too much." So a $20 stuff back then was too much. I got to settle for a $6.90 He-Man, for example. So prices back then was a case of just, if we can afford it, we will buy it, rather than, oh, that's overpriced or that's not worth the price. But now that we're talking, it comes to another train of thought, because these are actually pieces of art. We can all agree about it, right? A piece of art. And it started with a sculpt, and that is art. And then obviously it's translated into an action figure with tooling and production, which is mass production. By the end of the day, it's still the art form translated into a product that you can just get off the shelf. And the price is what the manufacturer and the creator thinks that it's worth, based on the effort put in, based on everything, right? Paying for the artist to sculpt it, the whole business to run. There is a price point. We are actually not in that position to say if something is overpriced for what it is, but we can say it because we feel that it's overpriced.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying.
You're saying
It's a personal feeling.
difference between,
so,
hey, this is overpriced, and I feel like it's overpriced.
Yeah.
Like, which is a valid. The second one, they're both true things. Like if you feel like something is overpriced, then there really is there's no contention to that. But sometimes that thing could be appropriately priced. It could just be so at the end of the day, it really is just one of these things, at least when it comes to like Joy Toy. Look, I'm not gonna be an enabler on this, because it really is a rabbit hole. But I will say that there is a difference between you see it on here and you get it in hand. And I promise, I was like, when I got them, I was like, this is going to be one of these things where I just kind of look at it and I go, meh. But I was so impressed. And let me just also go to B&B Toys, because this also, my line of thinking, I was comparing it to like 118 stuff like from Hasbro that I've seen. And I was going like, that's why it's not going to be worth it, because I've seen like 118 scale and I never liked it. But there's something about these Joy Toys in the 118 scale that made it like, all right, I'm a fan. I'm like a fucking, I think these are wild. So yeah. Laser Pants does say the Mad Hatter channel memberships are overpriced.
And that's everybody agrees, though. That's not like he feels like it. It is.
It's a fact. It's a fact, right?
I thought that was the second example that Ace gave.
That's why I'm gonna give the memberships, because it's too expensive.
You had to use that MUSK money. So with that, but we all do agree that the McFarlane playset from the Murray show is too expensive.
That is
that's an example of people's feelings that something, like, you see it all the time. Oh, because that person will be, it should be X dollars max, overpriced, and it can be a $30 figure, and they'll be like, it's $10 max, and you're like, this isn't 1990 anymore, homie. Very common to see with large play sets from a certain turtle manufacturer, $300. Oh, we all felt it was too much money, I think. But when people were like, it should be $125 max, it's like, well, no, that's.
Oh, hold on. Did you say
I don't know how
125?
anybody could do that.
Because we will get that number later on in the stream, because 125 is exactly half of 250.
Oh, I like
and
where
you
you're
can
going.
you can have 250 if you're having the Super M.U.S.K
Okay.
in 2, and 250 that by 2 is 125. See, the universe is guiding us towards the whole thing.
Yeah, you didn't manufacture this. The universe did.
No,
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Yeah.
for anybody that is wondering,
Yeah.
the links that we do with Kowkis, that's free shipping, as you can see down here. So free shipping. The Joy Toy actual website, which we were looking at because they have more photos, doesn't ship to the US. They only ship to like a few countries. Plus, this is $43 over here, but it is, well, how much is Casey over here? $44. But he is you get 6% off. So whether you're using my code link or Mad Hatter's link, make sure you use the promo codes because you'll get 6% off of anything you're buying there. So don't worry about this 4% thing. You can get 6% off. Just use our codes. Again, they're usually in the QR thing and linked in the description down below.
Yes.
But speaking of $125.
Wait, but John, I got something very important before we just go into the $125. I want to acknowledge that that Laser Pants did say, he said Mad Hatter channel memberships are overpriced, but I missed this, that before that he had to correct this. He wrote Mad Hattet channel memberships are overpriced with no period. So you fucked up, okay? And then he got so eager to smash me, he fucked up and looked like a fool. So you know what? I'm not going to take it because you messed up. Next time, proofread your shit, Laser Pants. I also want to just $4.99 with the super chat. Good morning, hello, Video Power Gaming. John, continue.
Okay. Shall we look at something that's really cool?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. And
we're going there now.
And
all right. Okay.
Thank you. I saw or heard or whatever when you said that this was fixed. I think you were on Mad Hatter's channel or whatever, and you said you fixed the banner so you can click to go into it. So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah. So tell guys, I was listening into your stream when I was in Nuremberg taking a express train back to Frankfurt. So I listened in, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's happening? So I got my team to fix the banner, and there you go, Johnny.
Hey, I used to design websites, and I had to do a lot of QA for websites and user experience. That's important. You know, it looks like a big button, and I want to go there. If I can't, then I'm less likely to buy. So really, you owe me, buddy.
I that's why I gifted the memberships, man.
All right. So half of 250 is 125. 125 is something we were talking about that people think that these things should be max, which would have been just this. They were like, that should be 120. Well, how about $100, buddy?
Yeah. What about $100?
Yeah.
You like?
I hope
like
that guy's.
that?
He should be shitting his pants because this is a steal. So for this, I mean, we might have to like call hospitals and be like, hey, is there a crazy TMNT fan that's like in critical condition because of the price of the MUSK? And then we'll like try to go there and give him some moral support and get him back out so he can buy one of these things. Because this price, with the amount of stuff you got, most certainly would cause some kind of like cardiac arrest or something. I think.
And there's more.
And what? And there's more.
Yeah, there's more.
Like an Apple keynote.
So please, if I may,
I'm
take
just
the floor.
Drop a link to the MUSK in the chat.
Okay.
And then, Ace, I think you have some updates.
So it's a premiere on your channel. Of this news. Okay, it's a premiere on the channel, and I'll obviously, make it clear in my Facebook page and on the website after this, because we just had it today, and this is the first time I'm talking about it. So the Super M.U.S.K.
Do you want to be larger on the screen, or do you want to control anything? Okay.
No. Okay. I like to be small.
I can relate.
To be small. So what you see there is a Super M.U.S.K, right? And there's questions being asked. Can we, separate it into two? Logical question, right? Fair question. The answer is no, you can't, because there's only 3 walls. Okay, so you will need the 4th wall to separate this into two. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Right. You want to
follow
cut
me?
this in half, basically, if you buy the
Yes.
Super M.U.S.K.
Right. So you need two, one more wall, correct? Guess what? We're throwing in the wall now.
Oh,
Right now, we are throwing in the wall. But wait a minute. You see that there's actually two kinds of walls. One with the hole, one without the hole, right? So it'll be randomly inserted into the package. We don't know which wall, but you will get a fourth wall with the Super M.U.S.K, so that you can separate it into two separate ones if you choose, or you can sell off the extra wall if you choose, or you can put the wall right on your dining table and support your plate on it, right? You can use the wall. It's pretty big, right? You can actually use the wall and take selfie pictures, like what I did before. I used the wall with the hole and I took a selfie picture. So you can do whatever you want with the wall, but it's yours.
That's actually
right. The Super M.U.S.K now comes with the extra wall.
That's awesome. So just to be clear, now you will be able to, should you not have enough horizontal space to, I don't know, facilitate this in the way you want, or you want to mix up your display, you can now separate this into two, which basically, just so everybody knows, that Super M.U.S.K is the length of basically two Donatello labs from NECA, just to give people something that they know. So that's the size you're looking at. The Super M.U.S.K, which used to be that length times two as one piece, you can now separate it. There is a fourth wall that is going to come with it. That's pretty fucking awesome, man. I gotta.
Which makes one set 125. If you get it now at the early bird, otherwise it'll be 150 thereafter. So now it's 250. You're getting two separate ones that you can combine in one or two. So one would be 125. Exactly what Johnny said just a moment ago. And for laser pens, if you break the fourth wall, I'm sorry, you have to buy another one.
Well, I mean, it does have a broken wall built into it.
Right, it's got a pre-broken wall.
Well, that's actually not broken. It's a it's a play factor, Johnny. It's not broken.
Jesus. You guys and your freaking improv skills.
Yeah, I'll be like pulling my hairs out if people are asking. But wait a minute, your wall's broken. I want to change.
Yeah, there's some
Send me a replacement.
Almost perfectly cut hole in mine for some reason. So what you're saying is the extra wall that somebody will get will either be the one on the left here that does have this cutout, or the one on the right.
Yes. Okay. Or yes. It makes it so interesting, isn't
we'll
it?
Have to create like a subreddit with people getting exchange their wall pieces.
Yeah.
Because that is tough. I would want. I'm curious. Oh, man, I feel like no matter what I got, I would want the other one. Like I could find so many reasons why I would want one versus the other one. Like I can't make a decision. If the choice was mine at checkout, I wouldn't be able to decide. So you're taking that off the plate for me. So I appreciate that actually. So let's start at the top here.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
I mean, it's something people have been curious about for a long time. We all hear questions about it across all social media. I mean, I can do a Dragon Ball Z video and someone would be like, so what's the thing with the M.U.S.K? And I'll be like, God, what does it have to do with anything?
Yes, we field a lot of support M.U.S.K calls and emails.
Yes, yeah. So what I think I'm trying to say is that we're basically part of the Ramen Toy team.
Right, exactly. Yes.
So this is the ultimate deal. And like Near said, Mad Hatter, for those that don't know, Mad Hatter the White, who will come and take all of your YouTube channels for himself. That is the way of the whites.
Wow, John.
Well, I can say that because I come from a long line of
I'm more
stealing people's
Middle
lands.
Eastern anyway, but continue.
Right, but you became white, and now you have this urge to just take what's not yours. Anyway,
After white is gold, right? You are gray, you become white, and next
Yes.
step,
I
But
like
what
gold,
I
that.
like is when I had when I
right?
was
Yeah.
Hatter the Gray, I had gray power, and now that I'm Hatter the White, oh
Mm-hmm.
yikes! Let's move on.
Yeah. Oops.
Whoops! I'm canceled.
Whoa! This is the year for you, my buddy. All right. So the Super M.U.S.K,
Whoa!
as Mad
Yeah,
Hatter stated, just this bottom left or bottom right is the
yeah,
size of another company's sewer layer. Okay. So when you have two of them, that's having two of those together. So if you wanted to remove everything out of here and have a garage, cool, because it's included with this purchase. You didn't have to pay extra for a garage.
yep.
All of this stuff inside is modular, hence the name of the thing, which is Modular Underground Sewer Command.
Modular. Yep.
So that makes me happy by itself. But the fact that for $250, it comes with an entire top half of a street section, because I mean, and this makes the most sense for a company that's releasing vehicles, is to have a street that you can put the vehicle on. And I am, I know you've done it in the past when you were showing stuff off, but I don't know that any of these show the vehicles on the street. Is there a way to see that?
Uh, in
Yeah.
my video
Okay.
on YouTube, I
All right.
guess,
It might not be. I mean, might
or,
be a good
or
idea
maybe
if
on
you can
Facebook. Yeah,
put one together,
yeah,
because then people,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's kind of cross selling. People might buy one of your other vehicles, but it shows the scale. And I think that's the hardest
yeah,
thing for people. Like, even when NECA announced their first sewer layer, nobody could really comprehend the scale of it. So there were
Right.
like videos. I even like did a thing where it's like there's an app where you can enter in dimensions and then scan your room, and it'll put like a cube of whatever you want, and it'll use augmented reality to find the placement. And it's just like, wow, a lot bigger than you think. For some reason, people don't know to just take the measurements with their tape measures and then just like walk around and do that. I think uh, Jay from Geek Dad Life even built one out of cardboard or something. Somebody did, just to kind of get an idea of the
enterprising.
scale. I think by putting the vehicles on there, that would really help show. Plus, somebody's going to definitely want to buy some of the vehicles when they see that. Yeah, I price wise, I can't really comprehend. You know, we're talking about, we feel that something's too much, or like the company is working with this and then they got to pay these people, so the price has to be this thing. This, since the beginning, has always kind of blown my mind. Even when you were like, this is going to be $300, early bird is $250, which is crazy, but at $300 for all of this is right.
And the
Yeah,
fourth wall.
you can't, you kind of can't argue with whether the value is there or not, because it most
You can't.
certainly is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I think you
yeah,
get something like this. This becomes like a massive display for more things than just turtles. I mean, anybody who is doing Joe's, anybody, you're doing Vala, you're doing any kind of military, you're doing punks, you're doing Double Dragon, you did, like, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's so you don't have to necessarily be like a turtle guy. I like the idea also of like this stacking as like a shelf. I think I told you that, Ace, is it like just having this and then just basically creating,
yeah,
like almost, I would have to take the street and put it somewhere else, but that's fine. I'll do that. And then I'll
yep,
just make that like its own multi-level like sewer thing. Like that's what I'm looking forward to making a video on, is having like two of them stacked and just showing, or however many, and just showing how that um, looks, because this
yeah,
becomes,
yeah.
we're moving into the era of like shoe boxes, you know what I mean, and like what are the creative shoe boxes
We,
that you want. And I think for a lot of people, this is like an opportunity, because like the NECA stuff, A, you can't get it. B, it's very, I mean, it's done. Like you can't get like Donnie unless they do like a re-release of those things. But I like that there's this ramen thing that's happening, because you had mentioned not only is the sewer something that you're obviously doing, but if this continues on, like you might have ideas, or you probably do have ideas for maybe something medieval, maybe something futuristic, maybe something that might not be that. So that also makes me excited in terms of like where that could go.
Yes.
Yeah, and also because this thing is so huge that unlike a normal Machina car that can show you, or an Eagle shop that I can show you, this thing is so big that had I not videoed myself at the Comic Con, then I don't think I have the space to
Oh, right.
actually video it when I'm back. And it's so big that I will have to spend time putting the screws in on the back to secure it, and I can't show the stacking until we have the test shots.
Okay.
Probably in June, because right now what we have is the prototypes, and
Right.
the prototypes is only one. I can't stack one on top of the other to show anything. So it has to be a bit of imagination, right, on the part of the collector and the fan and the supporter and the buyer, that you should just sort of visualize based on my video, and knowing the NECA sewer that you've seen on some videos, and visualize how this would be, and then give me the chance to show you once we have the test shots done, and you will see like, wow. And that will be total FOMO, because by then the early bird is gone.
No.
So yeah. Oh no.
That's cruel, Ace. I think there are some questions. Super M.U.S.K look very cool for kind of Double Dragon. Oh, sorry, that's not a question. Yes, it definitely would look cool with that. I want some different. This is not a bad idea. Ace, have you ever put like NECA TMNT figures like in the M.U.S.K just to size compare?
That's the thing, guys. So we don't really have a whole library of action figures that we can just put in anywhere. In fact, one of my thoughts when we're having Singapore Comic Con was, come down to Comic Con and bring your figures and put it in the mask and take pictures of it. But unfortunately, nobody did that. So we had no media to show. And because the whole set is now left in Singapore after the show, I don't have it physically with me. I only have the files, which we're going to be going on tooling. And then once we are able to get the test shots, then you can start to see what it really is again. So we had a prototype done. It was shown in Singapore last month or 2 months ago in December. And then, that wasn't carried with me everywhere I went. So that was probably the only time we could lay eyes on it being fully colored with all the things set up, albeit not perfect because it's still a prototype. So there has to be, some kind. For example, when I was at Joe Fest and I showed off the tanks, those were prototypes, right? Those were not hardened. Those were fragile. And then when I had the test shots done, I was throwing the tanks around. It's sturdy. It's solid. So same thing here. I will demonstrate how solid this will be, but that will be only in June. I anticipate it to be in June. I plan to bring it to Joe Fest, stack a couple up, and we'll see. But definitely you have got to seize the early bird price, because we can't offer this for too long, and you've got to envision it for yourself if you can, which I think you can, and then just make that decision.
How long do people have on the early bird price?
I think it's like 8 days now.
Oh wow,
8 days. So there is also a mention that because February is the shortest month. Okay, all right. So I'm going to tell my guys, let's extend it all the way till after New York Toy Fair. All right.
Wait. Is that wait? When is New York Toy Fair? Sorry, I'm.
First of March to the 4th of March. So
okay, so 4th of March now.
We can extend.
I don't. So this is. I just want to make sure that I have that right, because that flew by me the first time you said it. So 4th of March now is going to be the date. That's like the cutoff date, and you're probably going to write on your social medias too, basically like Just reminding people. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody had asked. John moved past the chat, but I have gotten this question too before. Would you consider doing like selling an accessory pack at any point that had like I don't know, phone booths or any stuff that you could get, or are you just going to see what it unlocks first?
So you see, guys, if it's almost like a hash lab. If you are going to back it, just back it, because to reach those tiers, it just means that it's given free versus it's already charged or factored in, right? So it's given free. The moment we don't hit the tiers, for example, we will still sell the product, and then we'll sell the phone booth, the lamppost separately, and then you can buy them separately later. But we need to also have some time on the logistics end, the administrative end on the website to list it up, administrative end to actually get a packaging for it, size it up for shipping costs. So right now it's like a freebie given, so we will just pack it in to the shipping without charging you extra. But if it has to be a separate thing, then we need to think about packaging it separately with a packaging, color box and stuff like that. And then there's going to be just more monies out the door at the later stage. But it's all good, right? Because you may not be able to get it now, but we're trying to encourage people that, if you see the whole value of it, if we get it now, if we get us to 1,200 units, so all the items are given free. There is no charge whatsoever, and that is like the sweetest deal I sometimes I'm not even sure if people are really understanding the magnitude of this freebie that we're throwing out.
Yeah, I agree. It's because it's not something that we really, as we've all kind of experienced with comments and concerns and looking at just even the prototype phase. Once that's made, and it's like, well, there's this issue or this issue. It's a constant thing of being like, oh, none of these other toy companies are showing people this process. They never get to experience this or ask questions or be involved with the creators. So they just don't know what a prototype is. They don't know what a MOQ means, which is, for those that don't, because I learned it 8 months ago, a minimum order quantity. So you can't make some of these things without having that minimum order, because it's not like Ace has the manufacturing plant in his back room, right? So you have to hire a company to produce all of these products, correct?
That's right. I think also, let's remember, I use this term a lot, but I don't think I've ever used it with you, Ace. But you are technically a boutique company. You're not a.
Oh yeah.
So
I think so,
keep that in mind too. This is. It's not a. You don't have the numbers. Maybe one day you will, but you don't have the numbers right now to price stuff down like the big boys, like a Hasbro, like a Mattel, or whatever. So for it to be.
Oh, but wait, I did.
But what I'm saying is, like, for a boutique company, that's a pretty damn good price. You know what I mean? Because if you were to buy customs of these things,
I think so.
They just get expensive, and the more you tool things like tool a mailbox, tool a fire hydrant, tool a phone booth, tool a lamp, and all that stuff. I mean, I've seen it on the Flipboard side, and we don't have nearly this much shit. It's expensive, man. Like, all this shit just fucking like adds up. So I hope that this will make its I hope that this will make its goals, and I think I hope that this is not a thing that is slept on, because I think once it comes out, I think a lot of people are going to be like, how can I now get like a MUSK? And I think you were saying too, in terms of retail partners right now, it's just you, right? Like, this isn't like something that's like on BBTS or like those deals have not been made, correct?
Yeah. So we want to give our own customers and supporters the best deal. That's why we always have the early bird first. Once the early bird ends, we're on equal ground. We can then release the information to retailers to also sell it on their sites. So I'm up again. I don't control what BBTS will list. We will always send them the solicitation. It is up to them to list it. So if they do list it, then you will see the products that you see here on BBTS, but at a different price.
It's on them to quote unquote mark it up to whatever to which I think they've done with like the ramen racer, right? Like it was always cheapest on the early bird.
Yeah.
Right.
Another, I want to clarify too, because like you do type it out here in text, but the amount of things in this overall project that have LEDs seems to be a little under the radar kind of thing. Like it's not
muted,
like especially with this one. There's like they're not on. There's no simulation of them on. I know this is like renders or whatever, but there's no like arrows or like a bullet. I know there's the bullet list outside of this, but that's the kind of stuff that like I sell stuff and I know the most important things might be here. Nobody's going to read it. They see this and then I get an email a month later and they're like, hey, do you have any idea when that's going to ship? And I'm like, yeah, it's in the details. Or it'll be like a digital download. Hey, just a do-it-yourself thing for $1 or free sometimes. And people are like, hey, when are you going to ship that thing? I'm like, it costs $0. Why would I ship it? So people don't read, but those are like the highlights to me as somebody looking at this stuff, seeing the other dioramas that are out there. The fact that there are lights in this piece, the door opens, this can be replaced to have like a cutout version. The ladder goes up and down. All 4 of these lights work. And then obviously all of the module sections here. Those are like big highlighting factors that set you apart from everybody, because a lot of people just make a mailbox, but then they don't open. So the fact that your lever opens is like also a huge deal.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, like I didn't know that until I read it here. You may have mentioned it in a stream and I just forgot, but so some of these things like it's a magnet on the base and a light in there. There's a light in here, which is also crazy. So you're doing certain things that people are not necessarily aware of that are kind of key features. Like they are lit up here, but it's
sorry, I
thank you, Johnny. I'm gonna be on my team. To get them to revise the images to show the lights and also to put the link of our YouTube video in the
that can be very helpful. It's just it's just one of those things that you can never have too many images of all of this stuff, and I know that can be a lot of work, but you know, you don't maybe they just don't need as much text or whatever makes it easier on whoever's putting the graphic designer. But like even if there's this version and then you scan, like this is obviously very helpful with the measurements, but then maybe there's another one that just has like an arrow and points to this thing and says LED lights up, and then an arrow that says the door can open, and like just little pieces like that might be those small the ramen setup here is it's a lot of small details that make it an overall incredible value, and I don't want those small details to be lost to potential buyers.
Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna
and by the way, I just want to mention too, I think a video demonstrating all of it and having it there. Ace has a channel. If you don't know, Ramen Toy, it has a YouTube channel. I think Ace, you go over a lot of this stuff in terms of like videos and things like this. Also, there's of course infighting in the chat. Guys, you either want it or you don't, or you buy it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't think anyone has to buy anything.
No,
we're just talking about this Super M.U.S.K. I'm excited for it. Okay. I think people are talking about shipping. I think somebody said shipping was $58. So if you get the Super M.U.S.K. at $250, you get the shipping $58, $308. I dare you to get something this big for $300 from like another company. You're talking about you're talking about two of these NECA, two of these NECA dioramas. I'm really not just saying this because Ace was here. I said it before. So it's like that if you have 2 of those, you'd be talking about $600 before tax plus shipping or whatever. You're going to be getting close to $650. Okay, so yes, it has accessories that the Super M.U.S.K will not have because Donatello's lab and this and that, but it's like half of the price, even with the shipping. So
Yeah,
again,
and
I'm
and it's shipping direct on top of that. It's coming directly
so
from China.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
shipping a shipping cost that you have to eat. Okay, but
Which
get it or
I
don't
guess
get it.
he
Like, I
could
don't.
list it at $308 or whatever and say free shipping for early bird. You'd be like, oh fuck yeah, yeah. It's
It's the
exactly
visuals, right?
Yeah,
It's the visuals.
and
Yeah.
people like,
Yeah.
I don't know. This isn't a mass-produced item that you can just get anywhere. That's the other thing. So like you can compare some stuff like the guy in the chat talking about buying all this random stuff and getting free shipping. He's like, well, yeah, I mean, there's a good chance they baked that into the cost of the. I mean, they definitely baked it into the cost of the item, like Amazon or something. But you have to consider the fact that this is not a mass-produced item that you can buy off any website. You can get it anywhere. You can go to your store and get it. You can order it at a local shop or whatever. This is like, I also will not give you free shipping on my products that I'm doing myself. Does that make my shit not worth buying? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Oh,
okay.
sorry. No.
Oh. But I could raise the cost and say it's free shipping.
No,
You know
look,
what I mean?
So can I just answer some of the? Can I just address some of the
take
questions
control.
on the chat? So first one is, do we pay now? Yes, you pay now.
Pay now.
That's because that's just the policy. You pay now, and we'll ship it later to you. Second one, there's a question about experiencing a shipment that is canceled. I have no idea why would anybody cancel your shipment. So please email sales@ramentoy.com for clarification with your order number and let us know the details, and we can go check it out because we don't cancel anything. I surmise you're talking about the van, and the van, the way it's done is that the whole shebang is being shipped on a container to the USA. Once the container arrives, it will go by inland transport, and then that's when the tracking number applies, because the tracking number is mute, or rather is dormant when the products is on the ocean. So once the products hits the shore and clears the customs in the USA, and then UPS or FedEx or whatever picks up the package and scans the barcode, then it's activated. Then you know where your tracking is.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. We don't control any of this. And is there any shipping for Singapore orders? Well, if you are buying from us on the website, then we will charge a shipping to you, because it also needs to be shipped to you from mainland China to Singapore. But if you want to not have the shipping, then probably you can go down to a shop in Singapore that is selling this, and then you can go buy it from there and then pick it up from there when it arrives. That's it. Thank you.
Got it. Yeah, look,
I just want to acknowledge, while you're thinking, the Video Power Gaming, there's been a couple minutes. I just want to make sure we bring it up. $5, he bought his Super M.U.S.K on day one.
Boom. Video Power Gaming is a good boy.
Yes, he loves to spend that money.
But yeah, guys, look.
And all our products actually shipped to the end, the consignee. We normally do DDP, delivered duties paid. We do not let you go and pay whatever duty. So the way we structure all our shipping to the logistics company is that you will get it without having to mess around with any other paperwork to fill in or do any tax or whatever. It's duties paid. However, there are certain countries, I can't speak for everybody, but there are certain countries that we've experienced which has certain strange policies, and which we have no idea about, and it's just random. So for example, if I may just do a simple example, we had some packages shipped to Bangkok in Thailand, and for some reason the people, the Thai authorities said that you have to pay, or rather the customer has to pay $150 of tax on a, let's say, $50 item.
Right.
So of course nobody wants to do that, right? And then the whole package gets delivered back to us. We refund the customer if the guy is not going to, if the customer is not going to go ahead to pay this tax. Neither are we. Neither are we paying it for the customer. So in these atypical cases, unfortunately, we'll have to null and void the order.
Okay.
We'll refund you your money, and just so sorry because it's not our, it's not our doing. It is the doings of the people that controls what goes in and out the ports. That's it.
Makes sense. Deep Space Niner said, Johnny is a great consultant for online presence. I'm serious. He always has meaningful insights. Not to glaze your donut. Ew. Just speaking facts.
Yeah.
Deep Space Niner, how about you say something nice? How about
That's
you say
why I
something
got
nice
so many
about
subs,
me?
man.
Okay, I'm getting very jealous here. Look, I do have to say
that is why
I do
have so
have
many
to say, like the price, 300 something of this huge is big. I mean, it's a giant. Look, guys. Again, it's one of these things. It's very binary. You either get it or you don't get it. I think it's a very large item. I
Ones
don't
and
know
zeros.
how. Like I don't know. I don't like. It's probably a very very large box. And again, it's like a small boutique company. I'll tell you this: when Flipboard starts shipping, I can't afford free shipping, or you can't. I can't ship a Flipboard for $5. You know what I mean? Like it's. I know when you're a larger company and you have those deals or whatever, and like you get like, oh, this is BBT has $4 shipping, $10 shipping. It's like, but for smaller companies, I don't know how that works, man. I'm not in those conversations. Ace, I don't know if you're in those conversations, but that the price is what it is. You have until March 4th or whenever Ace is saying to get it, and yeah.
It's like musical chairs. You don't know when we're gonna just stop the pre-order.
Oh God, is that what you're gonna do?
Bird.
Might happen during this live.
Yes.
We're gonna just let it go a bit more, and then the music stops.
And you have to come to these lives.
Don't be left without a chair.
Because not only are we gonna promote the MUSK, but maybe Ace will have some more surprises. Okay, maybe Ace will become Santa Claus moving forward in some of these, and shower people with riches. You never know, but you have to pay attention to. We're obviously very invested in the Super M.U.S.K. I feel like, Ace, I think the first time I looked up the thumbnail for the video, I think the first time we talked about this was was it 2022 or 2023 or what? Like it's been a long time coming for this for this. So
no, it's
2023. Yes,
not 22.
23.
23.
There was
around
a good
October.
question that was to you, Ace. It was Deep Space said he bought his Super M.U.S.K on first day after release, not quite day one, but I mean, you have a lot of fans in the chat, Ace. Dust Tape, what was the biggest challenge you overcame with the M.U.S.K design that you are proud of now? Any thoughts to that?
The biggest challenge was the bowing on the top of the street section.
Oh,
yes,
that's solved. The bowing, bowing, bowing.
Dude, right
that's
there.
Solved.
I heard Boeing is also having their own problems.
Yeah.
What happened?
I heard.
Yes, you're right. You heard right. Yeah.
In general, it seems to be not a good year.
Oh God.
But BOW is bow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bow or bow.
You see, you guys stupid. And the English,
you can say that.
Yeah, it's like,
but you
there's this skit on YouTube or Facebook where the guy is like, so BOW is bow, so BOWIG would be bow.
Well, bow
it is
or
bowing.
bow.
Sorry.
It's both. Damn. It's two things.
No, bowing is when you go eat a lot of bow. Sorry.
Oh man.
Okay, so
I'm a cunning linguist. I don't know. I'm not a cunning linguist. I'm not a cunning linguist. Yeah.
Man, wow, dude, I don't even
But yes,
remember
but
what was the
that's
point of this.
actually a big deal. I know we're joking around about pronunciation, but that bowing, whatever you want to call it, bothers the shit out of me, and it bothers me that people spotlight it all the time. Not that they're spotlighting it, but like people like this shit looks like it's hitting critical mass, and
Yeah,
I don't like it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's because it's a
Yeah,
foam board.
but
It's a
I
foam board.
can't do
That's
anything
why.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you
nothing I
can.
can do.
Turn it around. No, turn it around. Heather, turn it around and then let it go back.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
Like flip.
Turn it around.
Yeah, but then it's
Flip
just
it.
a matter of time.
Flip it. Yeah, flip it.
until
Yeah.
the other way.
Well, the
happens.
solution is on the screen, folks.
That's what I'm saying. So, Super M.U.S.K has to become a thing. Let's make it a thing, fucking people.
Some people in the chat were talking about like, oh, when they show up on Big Bad Toy Store and stuff, and you know, Big Bad Toy Store as a company, you know, they're great for handling issues with their customers and stuff. And sometimes there's good deals, whatever. Shipping is $4 flat rate, which is cool, better than Entertainment Earth in that regard. A lot of stuff they do mark up big time, especially in like imports, SH Figure Arts and stuff. All of that being said, their products arrive to the US in their facility and then get shipped out to people. That's why $4 shipping for them can kind of work, because everything arrived in a big crate or whatever for them to distribute, versus places like this, like Ramen Toy, they're shipping directly to you. So it's not coming to the US into a station and then being shipped out individually. Right. So that's one of the biggest differences here. And honestly, after looking at some of the shipping charges for some of these companies, like a controversial thing right now is 5K Toys charging a lot of money to ship one of their new Dragon Ball figures from Beast Deities.
Oh,
and it's just like, oh, they're just trying to make up the difference of the cost of the figure that everybody else is selling the figure for way more. They promised this low price, but then when it came to shipping, they were like, well, it is big, yes, and shipping will be a little higher because of that, but they're like way overcharging for shipping to make up that difference. So, and that's coming from within the US. So that stuff gets shipped to the US and distributed from there. This is coming direct. So $58, honestly, is surprisingly low considering how much is here and how heavy it is. I mean, we pay
how much is this going to weigh, do you think, Ace?
It's about 10 kilograms before the extra 10 extra wall. So it's like 20 pounds.
How many pounds?
20 pounds.
22 pounds.
Yeah,
22 pounds
at least. Yeah, 22 pounds. Yeah.
Starting out without the fourth wall, which is I didn't even really think about how heavy that is. That's ridiculous.
And by the way, my fear with like BBTS is like, okay, let's say it lands there, they have $4 shipping, but they're not going to get the early bird price, so then it's just going to become more. So
but the folks can actually pay later, which is good. Like I said, everything will work for us because we have partners like BBTS and other retailers that's going to market this to their customers and help to distribute more units of it. And when that happens, it helps us with the MOQ. So in the big scheme of things, it still works out for us. We're just trying to get the people who are in the know to get it at the best possible price. And that's what we are offering. And to address one question about production and using metal rods to support it, well, the initial prototype had metal rods under the street section, but we figured that once we move the pipe to the front and the back is supported by the wall at the back, this whole contraption of the street section made up of 4 ABS blocks sheets is going to support itself without having to have any more metal rods in between each one. So initially there was a metal rod, rather 2 on each one, which I demonstrated on one of my older videos. And that was because back then we had pipe to be running U-shape along the walls, right?
Right.
So the time on this project that elapsed gave us a eureka moment about how about we just forget about the aesthetics of the pipe running along the walls. Let's just put a damn pipe across the wall and then support the top. And that's it. That's what we did.
Yeah,
and
that was actually I remember you talking about this in a live or a pre-recorded or something, and I was like, oh, that actually actually makes a lot of sense. To just design it to be part of the construction.
By the way, I always love Joey Jalon's idea, Ace, and I think that you need to take this really seriously. I'm not going to tell you your business. Your business is your own. However, I want to highly encourage you that in some random chase boxes, you get the FUCK, aka the Flip or Underground Covert Crate.
Wow.
I think it's a good idea, Ace. All right. I'm not going to tell you your business again, but you just got to mull it over.
And go ahead, Johnny.
No, it's all right because you're going to be more on topic.
Yeah. So just to balance the equilibrium of the worlds, we did a giveaway.
We don't talk about that here.
So we got to balance it. We're going to give something as well on your show, but we'll do it next week because next week I'll be in New York Toy Fair. You guys will have a show next week. This time next week when you are having a show, I'll be touching down in New York with my luggage and my box and my everything, trying to get a cab, trying to like move around New York City, pizza. I wish I would have just gone there like Akeem, right? But I'm going to be like the other guy with that. So you guys can have your stream, and then you guys, if you guys have a system to do like lucky draws, we will also throw in this guy, the Super M.U.S.K, on your show next week.
So
it's gonna look really weird when it's just Mad Hatter and Nostalgia Unboxed on the spinning wheel. Like it's only our name.
Gonna be great.
That is rigged. It's rigged.
I don't know, man.
Just you guys co-sign, okay? Because John kind of like stepped all over that, in the John way that he could. Go. We don't talk about. He was literally going to shut down a free fucking giveaway.
No, we don't talk about 3POA.
Next,
Laser Pan.
We don't talk about the name.
I'm going to talk about 3POA because we're about to beat 3POA because we are going to. Not only do we have a reveal, we are doing a giveaway. So, guys, you heard it. Next week, all right. John, can you do next week? I don't know what's your schedule doing. What's going on
now that all of this is happening? I'm sure something will come up.
But we are going to be giving away a Super M.U.S.K. Okay, Ace, can John and I also throw ourselves in the giveaway? Like.
Okay, so here are the rules. All right, here are the rules. You have got to go to my video on YouTube that is currently on 6.6K views. And put a comment.
Let me find the link.
Yeah,
so your latest video on YouTube?
Not the latest. The specific 6 minute 27. Well, not NECA.
That's the title. Not NECA.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's not NECA. Yeah.
NECA, okay, I got it. Okay, so here is.
Okay, so your contestants will have to go to this video, and they'll have to type in whatever you guys choose. Maybe you can choose to type in Nostalgia Unboxed or type in Mad Hatter Reviews. I don't care, but just type in something because it helps the algorithm that you're typing a comment, and you have to be subscribed to my channel. Okay. And then you guys can put your name in there as well, and you can just spin the wheel.
You also have to buy one M.U.S.K. Oh,
no,
okay.
There's no need. No,
it's a free.
I thought the promo code was #NECA, and you get a second lab.
Okay, so let's.
So sorry, Laser Pants, do not send the troopers after me. All right. I got to balance the way of the worlds.
This guy has a few middle-aged mean girls. Don't worry about it. This guy's nothing. He's not a fucking threat. First of all, we're not talking about your giveaway. Ace, can you do can you put a little something extra in our giveaway, even if it's like one tiny item that beats Laser Pants because he's getting a little too fucking fresh.
Yeah, maybe just kiss the box or
yeah,
sign it.
Do something. Put something in the box. So hold on. So Ace, repeat the instructions one more time. I put the link to your channel. What are
all right?
One more time.
So because the people that's going to partake in this giveaway might not be watching the stream now, so you probably can do a community post, right? Put the link of my video in your post and then say that subscribe to Ramen Toy YouTube channel, leave a comment in that video of either whatever you want to say, MUSK giveaway or Mad Hatter or Johnny Nostalgia, so that it helps to bump up the thing. And then once we pick the winner, then the winner will have to counter check if he subscribed, and then he or she subscribed, and then don't do it at Ace. and if they actually left a comment in the comment section, and then that will validate
subscribe
the
and
giveaway.
leave a comment in that video, basically. Okay.
All right, yes, that's right.
And 18 or older to apply, I assume.
I believe
minor
18.
Just to be safe.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal.
So yes,
just a reminder.
Ace is going to be. We are going to be giving away. Thank you to Ace, very generous. We are going to be giving away in the next live stream a Super M.U.S.K. It will be better than any other thing that he has given away before, even if it's just incrementally. But even if you throw away, even if you put a hat in there, it will be better. That's why you got to follow. You got to follow Ramen Toys. You got to subscribe.
Can I put a F-U-C-K in there?
Ace, that would actually make that thing very valuable. If you were to put in that this is the official F-U-C-K, that would make that thing wildly valuable.
And it could be very on brand if it was just a sticker or something that plastered over everywhere that said M.U.S.K. and it just had as if Flipper came in there and did it himself. Yeah.
That would be amazing. So, well, but yes, thank you. I do have to thank you, Ace. That is a very, very generous gift. We have royalty, by the way, in the house right here. Needles. Word on the street is a giveaway must comes with a Mad Hatter Nostalgia Unboxed graffiti sticker for the walls. That's a rumor. I don't know. That might happen.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Just to clarify, what are the magic words we type in the video comments? Ace, one more time.
Well, I believe I would just say hashtag Super M.U.S.K.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Once again, and we'll repeat it as we get closer, and we'll repeat it on the actual live stream. Go to Ramen Toy, subscribe to the Ramen Toy channel. In the comments, hashtag Super M.U.S.K. I will also take Ace. Can I add? What about also a hashtag? Laser Pants is overrated. Could we put that too? Could that count as well as like a hashtag?
We're not trying to start a war between.
I think I could count that. I think
you're gonna get me in so much trouble, man.
Ace
you're gonna get me in so much trouble.
The sewer command. Yeah. It's up to those that run the sewer commands whether they want to use it for good or evil or whatever.
That's right. But there's no harm, Ace. I think it could still count. Like if you made a comment and you wrote hashtag Super M.U.S.K. and then space hashtag Laser Pants is overrated, that still counts because you technically wrote hashtag Super M.U.S.K. So I think you can also get creative after the hashtag. Just make sure you put in hashtag Super M.U.S.K.
Or you can say, hashtag the white potato.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows his little inside potato shit. So yes, I love it. Giving away, congratulations to somebody. You will be getting, some lucky person will be getting a Super M.U.S.K, aka the F-U-C-K, the Super F-U-C-K. So we got a lot of people in the chat, very excited. People love free stuff, Ace. This is how you get people excited. You get the free shit. But yes, I'm very excited, and I think I'm thinking how I could enter this under a fake name.
Well, you got multiple names.
I'll have to use one of my multiple. I have My burner
That's
account
that's
is called unfollow Jonathan oh shit. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
yeah.
I got so many followers.
I have too
I don't even
many.
care.
I could stand to lose some.
My phone is buzzing. Laserpen is sending me like
Yeah,
a
but
zillion messages
doesn't
now.
matter. That guy,
That's desperation.
yeah, that's desperate. That guy's not long for the world, and you know it. All right. So, is there any other stuff to discuss? I think we covered it all, right, guys? We did it all.
And a little bit more
We
than I
did it
wanted
all.
to. So I'm gonna go back in and edit some stuff out. Was it something about your gray power and stuff?
Gray power. Ace, John is a good actor. You should, if you think about if you do commercials moving forward, you should get John to do something. Okay, he's his scale rate is a little expensive. I will say that. What he charged me, I'm not going to tell you what he charged me for the little acting job he did on the Gandalf video because it was fucking wild, and I had to negotiate him down from that. But I think you should talk to him. Anyway,
definitely.
All right.
You have? Is there anything in the works that you're excited about? That and it can be something that comes like a year down the road, but just something. Doesn't have to be a Dio vehicle, whatever. Is there something out there that you're like pretty excited about, but you know, not to say that it has to happen or anything like that, but is there anything in the works that we don't really know about that you're like really excited for?
Oh, I'm going to New York Toy Fair, and I have a manual, a sort of like a little thing that I'm going to show some people, and it includes some special ingredients of what's to come, which includes some collaboration with talented people who are in the space. You may know them, right? You may have seen their posts, and they do great work. So we need to harness these talents, put them on the front pedestal, and then make some products. Hopefully it gets approved, and then we can start to announce and roll with it. That's one thing. And then 2026 would be the 40th anniversary of Break Right. What's been hit? Get it?
John is not a Top Gun fan.
No, I was gonna say I was trying to say it
there we go.
It's like
there we go.
The classic 80s Aces of Aviation movie.
Action movies as a kid, but continue.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do something on that, and other things that fly.
UFOs,
so,
awesome.
Yeah. So
I know.
No, that's not a UFO.
Have you ever seen a UFO? That's drones. Is that what you're doing? Spy balloon.
So yeah, lots of stuff coming. If you get me on your stream again next time, and I will.
That's awesome.
Be able to
well, I mean, next week you're going to be in New York, in New York Toy Fair, but we will be doing the drawing on your behalf. When will the drawing? I assume drawing be next week. It'll be on our live chat, which is at 6 a.m. Pacific. Every Friday, me, Jonathan of the Nostalgia Clan, we're gonna talk. Okay, and you're gonna have to. Sorry, we're not gonna get right into the drawing. You're gonna have to hear our nonsense and our skits.
Yeah, you gotta go right at the end.
We're going to. John, you and I should do like some kind of like sonnet reading or something real boring. Like we should do the most boring, not just the boring chat we normally do, but like we should think of like the most boring thing we could do to make people suffer.
Oh,
and then people that stick around.
I figured it out. Next week we'll do our usual shit, and then we'll get into the boring thing. Well, I don't know why I put quotes around it. It's gonna be very fucking boring. We'll just do like a react video to the latest whatever Laser Pants has made. And we'll just go from there.
Oh man, I love it.
It's not. You're not being subtle.
Oh my god, what if Laser Pants wins? Oh no, that's true. Damn it.
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate. If he wins, then I mean that would be the ultimate. Like,
yeah. We will
like,
retire.
I know. We would have to. Ace, when is more Machina going up for pre-order? Thank you, by the way, Video Power Gaming, for the super chat.
We plan to make the Mobula available for pre-order in March, so look out for that.
So there was I had a couple of totally unrelated to Machina. When I was a kid, I had a couple of MUSK vehicles, if you guys are familiar with those. There was a black one that had some like red or orange or purple stripes going down the hood.
Oh, Raven.
The doors opened. Yeah.
Raven.
Was there something in the Machina line that could potentially maybe one day be that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's like a low commitment. There certainly could be. Why not?
Why not?
So, last minute. Any questions for Ace? Throw them in now. And I think my delay got worse, so apologies if I'm stepping over.
Gacha Man stuff will be out target delivery Q4 of this year. If we don't make it, then of course it's going to spill into Q1 of next year. But we're going to do some upgrades because we were in Tokyo last week to show the licensor the prototype, and they got some little mock-ups for us to go back to improve, and that's what we're doing. So currently we are not able to list it for sale yet until everything is approved, and once that's done, that we expect it to be around April latest, then it's open for pre-orders for the Eagle Shop. And as we are saying that, we're actually going to be working on the next product, which I won't say it, but you will probably figure out what it is on the Gacha Man line series. Yep.
Awesome.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you
and
for
then
that.
Somebody asked, any updates on Titanium Titans?
Oh yeah. So we showed off Titanium Titans in Joe Fest last year, and a lot has transpired since then because we had more characters evolved and drawn. We had to draw them on 3D as well. So initially, the face that we showed in Joe Fest was just the phase one, right, of these figures. We've done more figures, and then they are being prototyped, colored, and then we're going to have another big display in Joe Fest this time round. This time round, we will start the Kickstarter this year for the Titanium Titans.
Very good. When giveaways revealed, I will repeat it one more time, and we will repeat it again before this time next week, 6 a.m. Pacific. You're either on Johnny's channel, you're on Mad Hatter's channel. We'll come up with some really cruel rules. Okay, like for instance, if in the chat you say, "Hey, when are we doing the giveaway?" during the chat, like if let's say you go, "Hey," if you say something like, "Hey, this is boring. When are we doing the giveaway?" You are excluded immediately. Okay, so we will abuse our power. So we'll come up. Ace mentioned the rules to enter, but we will create the rules to exit, and we will just create anything we want. So expect.
Oh, that's a interesting username. Out of here.
Exactly. If maybe we don't like your username, so just again, there will be an abuse of power next week, 6 a.m.
I see where this is going. You're gonna throw everybody out, and then there's only left with Johnny and the Mad Hatter.
Will be on there somehow.
Yes. Oh man! Like Action Creature, for instance, he says, "Now that MHR is getting a new mic, can we get a wipe down on the camera? No more lens flare, Mr. Abrams." So I think that's actually a funny comment. Oh. But if he were to say that next week, that might just get him kicked out of the giveaway.
Okay,
is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So
you're safe today.
It will be a dictatorship, not a democracy. Next week, we will abuse our power 100%. So be ready for that. Ace, kit car updates. Anything about that?
So this one is a very simple case of the video that we just released on YouTube. You can see that it's actually 8 or 9 months old because we actually had that available back then for a licensing pitch. But unfortunately, we didn't get anywhere. We were sort of roadblocked by the, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but we just roadblocked. They were saying that the chances are slim to get the license. So now I'm going to have to go to Plan ZB whatever to try to get it another way, right? So I'm still slogging away to try to get this legit. We have the driver already sculpted. It's coming up in prototype soon. For those who actually saw the initial video and say, "Oh, this is wrong, that is wrong," that is 9 months ago. Things have changed since
all
9
new
months
things
ago.
to complain
so
about.
Lots of improvements to the so that's right. So I'm optimistic to get something positive so that we can release this as a legit product, because we are trying to get into licensing legit so that we can appear in places like San Diego Comic-Con with a booth, and it's like ramen toy, so
Ravenous Lobo says, any other figures, vehicles, places Ace is thinking of creating? Ace, I'll answer that for you. Yes, but you have until now announced everything you want to announce. So there will be more later. This is a good one. Do you have to be watching to win? What do you guys think about that?
That's a good one. You have to be watching to win. It's like you go to this function. I'm not sure if you have it in the States, but in Singapore, you have a dinner and dance, and then they read out the number, calling once, calling twice. The guy's not there. We go draw again, right? So you got to be there.
I love that idea. If you can't bother yourself to win a $300 item, then the guy, I hate the idea of we pull a name and that person's not there and it's like, well, go ahead and let him know. No. That's not how it's going to work. You got to be watching to win. And again, John and I will have a few boring segments that we purposely it's not going to be boring like the normal boring where we talk and then it's just boring accidentally. Like it'll be purposely, like we might read a sonnet, we might read I have John. I have I bought that Christmas Carol figure, the Ghost of Christmas Past. There's actually a blurb on it. Maybe we just sit and do the voices, and we
could try playing games again, which was pretty boring, but we could do it without showing you the screen. So he and I see the screen.
That would be pretty fucking boring.
You guys don't.
Yes, yes, I like that idea. But yes, you must be here. Just to clarify, you must be here to win. Okay, so just there's your warning.
Ace, I'm gonna be one of the people in the comments. I mean, I'm sure I brought this up in the past, but you've been doing a lot of things for the McFarlane Batmobile. You fixed the canopy, you got the gun set on top. You are working on doing the 2-seater version, which obviously the figures won't get in, but I don't know that you would put your figure in there anyway. You would want the vehicle separate from the figure. Like I would want my figure outside of the vehicle anyway. But those that want 2 seats in there, they'll have that. My next thought, which was a very first day one, the thing that when I opened that vehicle up, I just wanted a flame effect in the back. Is that something you guys could get into with like a translucent red and orange, or is that?
We could include that with the CAC set 2.0 with the 2 seats, and the 2 seats would actually fit nicely the SHF version of the Batman,
but that
it's smaller.
Makes more sense because the vehicle is technically a little undersized for McFarlane, isn't it? Isn't it?
So don't bother trying to squeeze in a McFarlane figure into a 2-seat, because 1 seat he's already having like little space on left and right. So now it's squished to the left. That's even less space. So likely we will try to pitch it that this is good only if you want to put in your smaller SHF 89.
Well, Batman. If we don't have a Vicky Vale, my Batman doesn't need to be in the vehicle anyway.
Vicky Vale, stop the press. Who's that?
What is it? How does Vicky Vale can just sit on Batman's lap. Member for 3 months, Impossible Pie Productions. Thank you, sir. Gotcha Man toys look incredible. They do look great, dude.
There's a question about can I actually change at a later date to make the sewer that we're doing the same size as NECA? No, because that's the size. We're not going to tool another huge tooling.
But
just
the only issue there is that it's 1 inch longer, right? Front to back.
Yeah, it's only 1 inch longer, and we do that for reasons to be different.
Well,
Otherwise,
I'll say
we don't want people saying that we are doing a blatant copy.
Right.
Of
You are
that,
doing your own thing. You're not copying somebody else's thing. 1, 2. That depth for the street will make a big difference. That extra inch for the sidewalk, like I'm looking over here at my street thing.
The extra inch
Yeah,
makes
trust
a
me.
difference. Yeah.
If I could, I need it.
I'm gonna have a meme of me doing that. The extra inch is gonna make a difference.
I would like to see that meme.
It's finally relatable to most of us.
I'm sure Lee has he's already on it. He's on the case. Yeah, Lee Howell.
But I'm
John
looking over
says,
here at the
"This
neck of
is a
street.
nighttime show." He said, "How many unemployed people do you think you can watch at 9 a.m. or never mind?" I like John. You caught yourself, buddy, because it had that comment come next week. That would have been. You know what? You got if you want a MUSK, you're gonna have to make it work. Okay. You know what? I would find a way to make it work. You tell your boss to fuck off. You say, "Hey,
I mean,
I'm trying to get a MUSK." Okay.
There's at least 227 people here right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because guess what? If you can't make it work, the other guy makes it work. Okay.
That's right. He suddenly gets sick at work that day. Oh, I can't come in.
Yes. I like this idea, John. This is a great idea. Where was this? Somebody said that I should do a rap, give it away, like do an hour of freestyle rap or something, and then give it away. Like really test, really test the people and how much they're willing to take for this giveaway.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah, give it away now.
Chili Peppers, right? Give it away, give away,
I
give
like
away
that.
now.
That on repeat. That portion of the song.
Yes, I like that.
And put your face there. The Johnny knows nothing face. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
But I was saying, I was looking at the NECA street scene and the way it sits on top of, like, I don't think you can get something like the Ramen Eraser on there if you have the NECA stuff. So if you were wanting to, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there's enough space for that. So this MUSK, with the way the street is designed, like just being a wall and not being like a depth, like that's something I haven't really thought about, but I really appreciate. I don't need the sides of those walls that are taking up space, and then there's just negative stuff on the inside of the streets. So the fact that this will just go against your wall, you now have more street space for sidewalks and mailboxes, phone booths, but all your figures, now your vehicles can get there. So yeah, you can't do that with a current street scene. It has to be. So I appreciate the extra inch. That's what she said. And then I appreciate that the walls are not.
So since we're discussing the infrastructure, there are people who are asking, can we develop a corner section so that they can put two in an L shape? Well, first of all, we are having like questions of where am I going to put this thing? So furthermore, where were you going to put it if it's going to be an L shape?
That's a ton
Do you have
of
that
depth.
much real estate to
well, it's going to be because
and
like my
my
setup is a corner shelving system. So they're just considering that. But a lot of those people are probably photographers that are thinking about being able to do scenes that they can't do right now. And I can definitely appreciate that.
And I guess the L shape would have to be L shape inwards because you want to see the sewer inwards and not out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're more interested in the sewer or the street in that L shape, or both.
So we'll see. I mean, all we need to do is to tool, R&D a quadrant to turn it around. So that could be something that we'll look into for
this
next
is
season.
One of those things that, like, because people can talk directly to you, you've made so many changes over the years of like things you're working on and listening to the customers. And obviously you don't go crazy because then it's like having a client that just constantly, okay, but now can you change this thing? It's like, well, that contradicts the other thing you said. So you have to find a happy medium. But there's so much opportunity that if this does do well enough, expansion of the street going up or stuff going out or offering a corner section, like that becomes a real possibility.
Yeah.
But
and I do love.
And I'm even thinking of okay, so I'm also thinking about the folks who will really have the detolf, right? Apparently, the detolf is something that's quite long lasting. So what I'm thinking for the detolf specifically is to make something that really fits the detolf, and the detolf has I think it has three sections, right? There's three
I'm not
layers or
sure,
four.
honestly. Near, do you know what do you have a detolf?
Okay, so
I gotta measure it.
So what got me thinking is that we can do a special
Four
detolf
layers.
version in the future.
Yeah.
Right? In the future, whereby you fill up your 4 layers of detolf with sewers.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
Specifically for detolf. Yeah.
That would be wild.
So you don't have to stack things. You're stacking it based on the glass panel on your detolf.
No, that would be
so
awesome.
you can actually have the
Because
detolf.
I know that there are artists that do kind of like layout art for the detolf. So, but to do like actually a sculpted thing for the detolf, like a sculpted multi-level, would be fucking amazing, man. There's still people that are they're like really hot on the detolfs, even though I think IKEA stopped selling it.
Lee Howell just sent me the video of the extra inch.
He's already put it together. Jesus.
See, I told you, man. He's great.
Lee
You're
Howell
great,
is
man.
a menace, by the way.
Well, Video Power Gaming, thank you with the $5 MUSK call out Friday, like senior skip day. I like that.
I mean, you know,
Musk it.
Guys, it won't be as cruel as you think it's going to be. Okay, I think we'll give in the chat. We'll give people plenty of time to. It's not going to be like, all right, now, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying,
now get to the chopper.
But I'm just saying, be there. There is a comment. What did I like this comment?
Are you asleep?
Well, I'm always kind of asleep. I go, when I hear you guys on what's planned, it feels like you are the up and coming Image. I love this comic, Image Comics for toys. Can I be Jim Lee in that scenario? I just don't want to be. I just don't want to be Jim Valentino. That's the only guy I don't want to be.
You gotta earn your stripes. Man.
That's true. Although it's probably more like Todd. Yeah. Is it Hal Jordan that said that? Fucking
or you can give me
Hal, you better.
Or you can.
Hal,
you can.
I'm just saying right now, buddy. Come next week. These you better be on good fucking, because Hal's always busting my chops. But you know what? And I pretend, Ace, I'm kind of like, good old Hal. But really, it hurts me. And when I shut this camera off, I get very offended and very hurt. So next week, everybody better be fucking nice. So
on your best behavior.
Exactly.
Yeah,
best
we usually
behavior.
have 30 minutes after this where I console him about the angry comment and how I was just, dude, it's just a show. Remember, I'm not really, that's not me. It's just for the entertainment value. Well, I know, but sometimes it really, I feel it.
Damn it. John, I was afraid of this comment right here. You can't be Jim Hatter. You're more McFarlane. Damn it.
Yeah, you did that.
I knew that's where he was going with that.
Oh, wow.
So who are you, John? So Ace would probably be Jim Lee, because Ace is super talented. And John, who are you going to be? Like, are you going to be like, are you Rob Liefeld in this scenario, John?
Probably. Damn it. Rowdy, good to see you. Thank you. I've been aware you've been in the chat. Sorry that you had to pay.
Hey, Rowdy.
We appreciate the $2 for saying hi. And also, I want to win and subscribe. You can subscribe now.
Yeah, subscribe right now.
It's free.
Thank you so much.
Any last before I get fired here? Any last things before we wrap up?
No, fuck it, man. I'm done. I'm tired of talking to you both.
Yeah, I'm out
John,
of
your
here.
energy. I've been meaning to tell you, but I was going to say this off camera. Your energy's been a little. Your energy.
Low energy.
Off,
yeah.
Low energy.
I'm an
John.
empath, so when I see you just kind of like this, and then somebody in the chat's going, "Oh, is Madhatter asleep?" I'm like, "Oh God." All right, well, fuck it. Why are we here?
You see how he put it, guys? You see how he put it on me? He couldn't take ownership of his own energy. He had to put it on me. All right, Ace, do you want to do a wrap to get us out of here, or?
Whoa! You want to embarrass
Well,
me?
I mean, remember when Mad Hatter rapped at the beginning? As long as you have a line, it's better than what we start the show.
It won't be hard to beat.
Yeah. You don't even need a second line that rhymes.
I'm right into the back like, what? Mustard on a beach, yo. Jonathan, Nostalgia Unboxed, he's got no flow unless you count the tears from his eyes. Dude, that's a pretty good line. You have no flow unless you count the tears from your eyes. I just made that up.
That was pretty good. No, I'm kind of. It's like when like Hatter the White came in. Like I was kind of speechless.
Oh, okay.
It was a little bit of that.
All
you can buy or not buy the MUSK. Honestly, to me, I don't give two fucks. There you go.
Get out there, buy the MUSK. Don't make me leave. Fuck. There's one more.
Rhymed. Nice.
No, go out there, buy the MUSK.
Oh,
you're gonna be displaying shit from dusk till dawn. Go ahead and buy Fawn, because just like Spawn, he's gonna be making millions of dollars on the Kickstarter scene. You know what I fucking mean? I'm gonna get that green. It's gonna be obscene. How lean.
Mean G.
I get.
Oh boy, you could have ended that. Remember?
By the way, if you want a better chance to win the MUSK, put hashtag Super MUSK, hashtag Hatter Rap Legend. All right, guys. Let's end the stream because I really do got to work. Bye. I'm hitting the button now.